Yeah. Okay. I just did. So,
Perfect.
okay. That's wonderful.
All right. And just so you know, I'm going to be in here for the most part. I am going to jump out at some point, maybe when you do breakout to go check on the treasurer meeting. But
Okay.
otherwise, I'm here.
Okay. That sounds like a winner. That sounds like a winner. I'm going to start my video. Hello, everybody.
Hello. I'm in the middle. I'm still eating, so I took my video off.
That's okay. That's okay. I scarfed my food down in 15 minutes. I will have such heartburn after this, I'm sure.
Well, thank you. Welcome.
Danielle, if you're still there, can you give me an idea? Because for some reason, I can't see exactly how many people are on. I probably will wait a couple of minutes or so. I know a couple of people. Yeah, a couple of people this morning said, "Oh, I went to the wrong one." So that way, I'm gonna wait just a little bit. So if you could just give me a count before you go to your next obligation.
Absolutely.
That way
I'm not leaving quite yet. You've got 5 individuals, but they're popping on right now.
Okay, good deal. And I'm just hoping I don't start talking with my hands because that is so hard not to do. That is going to be the question for today. I see.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does. And I see one name that I've visited with on the phone, and that's Kim from Florida.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
Good. Hello, Nancy.
Good afternoon.
And I'm giving everybody a warning. I'm not going to be the only one talking today. This is going to be an interactive conversation. It would be nothing but, I guess, downer city if after lunch, if I thought I was going to be the only one talking. I want to make sure everybody's a part of it because I know it's tough right after lunch. That is a hard one. And I want to hear you guys talk. This is what this is going to be all about, not me just talking. I may talk for a little bit, but then it's going to be interactive so that we can get some engagement going.
Michelle, it is just 2 o'clock, but you have 10 participants on. They're still coming in.
Okay, so what I will do is I will wait another 3 to 4 minutes So that way I can give my first initial instruction, and what I guess I'll go on and say to those of you who are already on, if you do not mind, so that because we're going to record the chat, I would like to know what affiliate you're representing. So if you don't mind just putting in there, oh, I see Delaware. Okay, great. That's exactly what I need. I want to know, because some of the questions that I'm going to ask today for us to visit about will be affiliate related. And that surely will help me be able to communicate to partners what wonderful things each of you guys said today. Thank you. That way I'll know, and I'll see the name, and I'll see this affiliate, the state. That'll be great. Great. And I see that there are others that are representing others from their affiliate. I was a person in that same exact shoe at one point. One of our officers, I was an officer, but I wasn't vice president, or wasn't president-elect or the president. So I actually went to the meeting so that I could make sure I got what was necessary to take back to our affiliate. So that's perfectly fine, Cindy. Hoping you guys are enjoying this nice, brisk air. In Texas, this is hog heaven, because our temperatures are normally between 95 and 105. So to have mornings in the 50s, 60s, and 70s is like a dream come true.
We're loving it here in Florida.
Oh, I bet you are. That's humid city, just like it is here in Texas. Just 2 degrees, humid and hot. Humid and hot. That's all we have most times. What we're looking at now, Danielle.
We have 13.
Woohoo, getting up there.
They're still coming in. I see there's a question. This is the affiliate officer member resources meeting.
Yes, it is.
So the different affiliate officer meetings are being held right now. Committee meetings are going on. Suzanne, she already left. I was gonna say, I can send her a link to the right one if she needs it.
And then that's why I thought we better wait until we get quite a few more on. We might even finish a little earlier, so it's not a problem. But I know this morning we had a couple of people come into our committee meetings and they thought, oh, I'm in the wrong one. So just to give people a chance to get in and out, that'd be fine. We're good. We're flexible. I'm just hoping next year I'll be able to have the chance to talk to everybody person to person, in person. I'm sure going to cross my fingers that our environment will have that as a potential factor in the future.
I don't know about you all, but I'm going to go to Raleigh either way at this point.
Well, if you have to walk there, huh? Walk, hitchhike, whichever it takes, whatever means possible. I know, I was thinking, boy, I know it's beautiful in Michigan right now. But you know, while we're still waiting, I'm going to be the segue between starting. One of the trips that I enjoyed, I think, was just going to Maine. Maine was such a beautiful area, looking at the lighthouses and venturing out we went to New Hampshire. We ventured out and it was so beautiful and so pretty. So it was great. But okay, let's see here. What we're looking at now.
We still have 12.
12, okay. What I might do is I'll give it another minute or so, and then I'm going to get started, and then we'll just fill in where we need to fill in. Is that okay with everybody? I bet you wouldn't mind getting about 10 minutes back of your day, would you? Okay, we have someone saying that they're having hearing challenges. My colleagues have had getting in from ESP conference last week. I really appreciate hearing today the travel considerations when deciding about this year's event. Okay. All right. Getting to and from ESP conference. Oh, I heard that that was a challenge for some. Yes, I see a head from Cindy. Was your flight canceled, Cindy?
I didn't go to ESP, but several of my colleagues did and encountered all kinds of travel hiccups. And then I was on a meeting this morning where Diane Gertzen explained that considering flights that have been canceled already for getting to and from Michigan, that was one of the things they took into consideration with this year's
Definitely.
conference. So really appreciate all the thought and effort, and I'm sure heartbreak that went into having to make that decision again this year.
Yeah, it sure was, Cindy, but you're so right. I've had and I've heard people, they were stranded in the airport. You know, and who wants to be stranded in the airport? I had that happen one time in Colorado, and I do not ever want that to happen again. Okay, well, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just let people keep rolling in, and as I can see, the screen get smaller and smaller because that means the number of people are increasing. I will go back and say it, but what I would like for those of you who just joined us, I would like for you to put your affiliate name next to your name. So that way, when we have that engagement going throughout this time, I can see who said what. So that way, if we need to follow up, we can follow up with you. But most importantly, for some of the things that we're going to do later, which is in our breakout sessions, crossing my fingers because they're leaving that to me, who am not technologically savvy. So hopefully it will work. If not, we will improvise just like extension professionals oftentimes do, and we're going to make it happen. So just add your name of your affiliate at the end of your name that I see, and we're going to go from there. That way we can tie everyone to a state. Because, and I guess I can ask this, I'll ask it now. One of the things from my earlier committees I was asked was, are all state affiliate their dues the same? And I said, no, in Texas, we charge 50. Everybody is different. And so that's one of the questions I will also ask so that I can share with that membership committee if, you know, what you guys say. But I know ours is $50 and it just varies. Some people have fundraisers from what I was told this morning to help keep the costs down for their members in their state. But if you want to share it now, that's fantastic. If you want to share it later, because I will say it at the end, and I'm sure at that point we'll have just about everybody on. But I want to thank you guys for being here. It's exciting. And I'm telling you now, if I start talking with my hands, forgive me. But it's great to see you. And as Cindy said a little while ago, we have to go with the flow and we have to make changes because our members are important. And for that very reason, we need to make sure that we hear the voices of our members and what their needs and considerations are so that we can be sure that we're meeting your need where you're at. But it's great to be here with you guys today on Zoom, and I'm bringing greetings from our board. And first and foremost, I'm hoping that so far your experience with Danielle's session has been great. We got several more days to go, and I'm looking forward to the wonderful sessions that we'll all have the opportunity to participate in. It is a complete joy to be here with you and an honor to serve as your VP of Member Resources. But please know that each of you know, and I hope you know, you play an extremely important role in the success of your affiliate. And there is no NEAFCS without you guys. So I want us to start out with just some basic introductions. So if you don't mind, we're going to go around, and if you can see the person above you, below you, however you want to do, we want to make sure that everybody is introduced today. So you can just pass it off. So I'm going to start with Miss Delaware. See, that makes it seem like we're all in a Miss America pageant, okay? So yes, you can do the wave. And if we have some gentlemen here with us today, then we will be Mr. America. So Nancy, if you don't mind just stating your name and state and maybe how long you've been in extension and your role in your affiliate.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nancy Mears. I am an extension agent with the University of Delaware Cooperative Extension. I am located in Sussex County, which is the southernmost part of our state. And I have been in extension for, it'll be 6 years in February.
Yay.
So I'm happy to be here. Nice to see
Great.
you all.
Okay, let's go with Cindy. Iowa.
Cindy Thompson, Human Sciences Specialist in the area of family well-being, serving 9 counties in Northeast Iowa.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Carrie from Missouri.
So I'm Carrie Elson, and I've been with Extension 2 years now, and I've been with NEAFCS for about a little over a year. So this is my first annual session, so I'm kind of excited about it.
Yay.
And I've been newly appointed to the VP of the Member Resources from Missouri. So I'm excited to be here and kind of see what's going on.
Great, and that's another question I'll ask later too. How many of you actually are and have affiliates that have member resource officers? So that's fantastic. Okay, so my screen is kind of small. So what I might do is I want y'all, when I introduce Rosie, is that correct, Rosie? From Pennsylvania, if you will kick it off and just go to the next person, just find your neighbor next to you on the screen, and then we're going to take it from there.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Rosie Horvath, and I serve in Penn State Extension. I located in the center of the state, and I've been with Extension 4 years now. I've been doing the Member Resources VP for 2 years, and I'm just going to hand my baton to the next one this year.
Okay.
So let's go with Stephanie.
This is Stephanie Deal. I'm in Virginia. I've been with Cooperative Extension 20 years. I serve in a state program manager job with the SNAP-Ed FNEP program and work with our professional educators, our SNAP-Ed educators across the state. We have about 15 of them. So, and I am the VP of Member Resources here in our state.
Man, this is getting exciting because that's the third one I've heard. Okay, great. So Stephanie, will you hand it off to someone else?
Let's see, Danielle.
Hi, everybody. I'm Danielle Jessup, the NEAFCS Executive Director. It's really exciting to see you all here. It's obviously not where we want to be, but it's still going to be a great meeting. And I'm going to be here for a little bit, but otherwise you're in the great hands of Michelle Wright. So I will pass it. Should I pass it on?
Yes, pass it on.
Okay, let's do Christine. I don't think she's gone yet.
Hi, I'm Chris Kendall, and I'm in Tuscarawas County, Ohio, which is in Eastern Ohio. I've been with Extension for 14 years, and Family Consumer Sciences Extension Educator, as well as what we call an Ohio Area Leader. So we're supervisors for a multi-county region. So I am going to hand it over to Nellie. I don't think Nellie has gone yet, so
Good afternoon. My name is Nellie Nelson. I work in Florida, in Manatee County, in the center of the state, close to the Gulf of Mexico in Manatee County, below Tampa, and as well the VP for my association here in Florida. And I will going to pass this to Carrie.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Karen Ensley, Rutgers Cooperative Extension in Union County, which is the center part of the state, a very high population of a lot of different cultural groups, very diverse, and also a high number of folks in the county. I'm very interested and have been over the years in public affairs. And this is my 34th year with Cooperative Extension.
All right. Awesome.
How about LaTanya? Ramsey?
Hi, I'm LaTanya Ramsey, and I am the VP of Member Resources for the Mississippi affiliate, and I am a 4-H and Family Consumer Science Extension agent. I've been in Extension for 7 years.
So Tanya, pass it off to someone else.
I mow tit ball.
Hi, so my name is Maura, but people call me Mo, and I'm with Cornell Cooperative Extension. I'm located in the Finger Lakes area of New York State, and I'm the nutrition issue leader here. I have been for about, 12 years, and also work quite a bit on farm to school programming for the state. And I will be the VP of membership next year. So I'm just sort of getting a head start. And I'll pass it. Let's see, has Amber gone?
I don't think so.
Not
Okay.
yet. Thank you, Mo.
Yep.
So my name is Amber Webb. I'm the VP of Member Resources for the Colorado affiliate. I'm in Larimer County, so in the upper right-hand corner of Colorado, and I've been with Extension for about 3 years, serve as a family consumer sciences agent. And I will pass it on to Stephanie Ostringa Sprague.
Hello, Stephanie Ostringa Sprague. I'm in Michigan. I'm based in the central part of the Upper Peninsula. I'm a food safety educator, and I also supervise SNAP Ed staff up here. I've been with Extension for 6 years. And has everyone gone?
Is that everybody? Okay.
Haven't gone. I'll go ahead and say I'm Kim Griffin. I'm going to leave my camera off because I'm traveling, but I'm from the University of Florida IFAS Extension in Suwannee County. I've been with Extension for 4 years, and I've been the VP of Member Resources for 1 year. Thank you.
Okay, is that everybody? I think no. Okay, I guess that's everybody. And it's exciting to be able to hear so many of you are, and your affiliates do have a member resource officer. In Texas, we don't. And that was one of the questions that Will wanted me to ask as well, to see how many affiliates actually had someone directly responsible with dealing with membership. And so that I don't forget before I go into that, how many of you work directly with your state treasurer? That relationship is really close when it comes to membership, because that's who oftentimes will have to send the funds from your state to national. So does everybody work closely with their state treasurer to do that?
Yes.
Good deal. Okay, that's great. Okay, that was another one of Will's questions. Okay, well, thank y'all so much for introducing yourself. I really didn't say who I was. You know my name and you know my office for NEAFCS, but I am located in, of course, in Texas, in Belleville, the county of Austin, and I've been there for 30 years. So I'm looking forward to many more years in Austin County, but it's great to hear how many years and what roles each of you are in your state affiliate. Okay, so today we're going to do several things, and I'm going to say this multiple times. I promise you, I'm not just going to be the only one talking. I want to hear from you guys. That is critical for us having this, so that this is a two-way conversation, or however many people-way conversation that we have on today. But I want to know what you guys are doing. So several things we're going to do today. We're going to visit about some recruitment strategies. What exactly does your state do to increase membership? We would like to know. I would like to know. We need to know. Most importantly, what you share may actually help someone else who is on this call in their efforts around the nation with that very same thing, is recruiting. Some people may be doing wonderful in it, where others may be hitting roadblocks, because we're all in this together. So it's a great way to share the wealth. We're also going to talk about the benefits that you have and that your members and potential members in your affiliate could receive by being a member of a national organization such as NAFCS, and what member benefits are actually available to your affiliate members, because the goal is for your state to take complete advantage of every member benefit that is available to you and to the state as a whole on the national level. But on the flip side, I would also like to know the benefits your state may offer to its members. Do you have any perks that you offer to your members to help with that as well? What you share could truly be helpful for any AFCS. And that's why I would really like to know that, so that we can make sure that we're on the cutting edge of what our members need as a national association. Now, once we get through all of that stuff and visiting about the topics that I just mentioned to you, we're going to just, send all of you out to breakout rooms, and Danielle is leaving that to me, unfortunately. So if you don't get in the right breakout room, you call Danielle later, but I'm going to do the very best I can to get you guys into breakout rooms the best I can, so that we can discuss 2 additional points, which I'll mention later on. But I would really appreciate when you guys go into those breakout rooms, and I'm hoping, if Danielle, if you're still on, is there a possibility, Danielle, are you still on?
I'm here.
Yay, until she leaves. Okay, I'm gonna get my question in real quick. Do they have the ability to record their chat once they go into their breakout rooms?
Yes, I believe the chats will record. I don't know if the actual rooms will. We'll have to see about that piece, but the chat should.
Well, let me just in case, because once you guys go into breakout rooms to discuss those last 2 points, if someone can just say, hey, I'd be willing to take notes, or if you want to open, if you're at your office or if you're at your home office, if you open up Word and just type some of those notes in there and email them to me, and I'll have my email later. We really want to make sure that we are hearing what you guys have to say. I would truly appreciate that, because I'd like to know, I can't be in all of those rooms, and I would love to know what you guys are going to be talking about. Okay. And the very last thing that I want to share before we actually start is, this is going to be 2-way. It's really important, very critical, important that I hear from you guys, because this is your organization and changes can only be made if we know what we need to address. So that's why I keep emphasizing that. Now, with that being said, let's talk recruitment, okay? And that actually can be something that is a draw, of course, to those who are not currently members in your affiliate. All right. So recruitment is extremely important. We all know that. And if you don't have it, can your membership grow? No, your membership cannot grow. And as a national member and as an extension professional, there are a plethora of benefits available at your fingertips for that, for recruitment itself. But what I'm going to start off by sharing before I share some of the infographics or the names of the infographics that you can use for recruitment is when your peers join. And I know we talked a little bit about money and everybody is different. Like I said, in Texas, we charge $50, and the national it's $100. But the $100 that the members actually pay is actually an investment in ourselves. It's truly an investment that any FCS is going to make in ourselves. And the return of what we're going to get just because we are a member of any AFCS is going to totally outweigh that $100 cost that our peers are going to invest by being a member. And we really want your peers in your affiliate to know that they are not members. As a member, that is the most important thing that any FCS wants to do, and that is to invest in each one of us. Okay. And they are totally committed to doing that, and not just being committed to while we're in extension, but also when we retire. Any FCS wants to be a part of our life even after we are a member, or after we are a active member, but go into a life member. They still want to be a part of us as in our retirement years. And so since I'm actually speaking about retirement years, which may be premature for some of us here on the call, but just don't forget that you can become a life member one day. How many of you know some life members in your affiliate right now? Several of you? Okay, well, that's important because I want to encourage each of you, because you know, and maybe some of you don't know some of your life members, encourage their participation in your opportunities in your affiliate. And let me ask that, how many of them actually participate in your affiliate? Maybe in your state meetings? Do you have life members who participate in your opportunities? Yes? Okay, that's critical. They want to be a part of that. They want to continue and they want to participate in it. And one day, I'm looking forward to being a life member. And the cost is $300. It's a one-time payment that we pay directly to any AFCS. But please consider doing that, because when that wonderful time approaches in your life, and I'm looking forward to it, I got 5 years. And then I one day will be a life member. Being a part of that group, I've learned so much from them. And so that's another wonderful member benefit that you will have by being a part of that group. So with that being said, then I'll move into the other ways that any AFCS can invest in you. But being a life member truly is an investment in yourself when you get to that point when you want to retire, okay? But I also want to say many have communicated, they want to stay engaged. So do y'all, let me just ask this, do you have a record of those life members in your affiliate? Most of you do? Okay, good. Okay, because that will help to keep them in the loop as much as possible. So let's move on and let's talk a little bit about the membership and life members committee being open to all. Even though we are still currently a part of, and we're not retired, did you know you could be a part of life members? The membership life members committee. You can actually be a part of that committee now, even though we're not retired just yet. It's open to you. So keep that as under your hat as well. So let's move into that. Now we're done with life members. I wanted to make sure that I give them a shout out because they asked me to do that this morning. And I want to say to them, I did do that because it is very, very important. So now I'm excited about trying to share the importance about how NEFCS would like to invest in each of us, which many of the reasons as to why I'm a part of that is because of what member benefits they offer to me. And that's actually why I actually joined this nationwide network of extension professionals years ago. And I'm not saying this just because I'm an officer. I'm saying that I felt that way even when I was just a member of NEAFCS. I know that they are one of the greatest associations out there. And it was one of the greatest decisions I ever made by just being a part of this organization. And I know for a fact, and I've already mentioned that it's just $100 to join NEAFCS, but I know for a fact that I have gained an incredible amount from this organization over the years, which outweighs the cost that I pay every year. You get your money's worth. Most importantly, if you haven't had the chance to participate in some of the benefits that I will mention today, because some of us may or may not know all of the different types of benefits that NEAFCS has to offer. So if you haven't, don't worry. I hope that after today that you will make yourself available to them, and so that you can participate in some of the wonderful things that you can do right from your very desk. So the very first member benefit that I just would like to discuss today is the commitment that NEAFCS makes pertaining to the leader in all of us. That's their goal. NEAFCS wants to bring out the leader in every single one of us. And I can share with you, my skill set was totally sharpened due to my participation just on being on committees. How many of you are on active committees right now? Everybody? Yay. Just by being on a committee, that's actually where it started for me. And that's what helped to sharpen my leadership abilities. But there is another resource that is available for you to share with your members in your affiliate. And that's going to be called the Leadership Ladder. Has anyone heard of the Leadership Ladder infographic? Has anyone seen it? Yes? No? Y'all can open your mic. I don't have to be the only one talking. Feel free to open your mic. You can talk to me. Okay, LaTanya said no. Okay, that particular infographic was designed and it was created this year by the mentoring committee. Okay, they designed that infographic and that's why it was actually created. It shares the steps for success, which clearly lays the roles for each plan that guides members who might inspire to serve as a committee chair. You could either, if it's a national officer and even beyond. So I want to encourage you to check out that infographic because you will find it very, very helpful, because who knows, our future NEAFCS president could be on this call right now. Is that true? Very well, could be on this call. Committee chairs could be on this call. So please check it out, because I think that you will find it very helpful, and share it share it with your members so that they can see that that's what NEAFCS is for. They want to develop the leader in them, okay? Now, also as members, how many of you have actually participated in a forum? Forums, webinars? Okay, several of you have. Well, when you make yourself available for those forums and webinars, and what you can share with your members to encourage them to join, they teach research-based information, and it's also mostly programmatic information on a variety of topics. Who couldn't use additional resources to bring to their counties? We all could. And I find it extremely helpful when I'm on those calls that you have the chance to discuss common concerns amongst your peers. And who knows, something that you're concerned about or something that you're wondering how to accomplish may be answered by someone on that call. So that's another great member benefit that you can share with your peers in your affiliate, because they can be and serve very, very helpful. Okay. Now, in our profession, we all write. How many writers do we have on here? Do we have any individuals who enjoy writing? Some of you do? Okay, well, good. That's another wonderful member benefit, because if you're passionate about writing, NEAFCS provides that to the members, opportunities to publish research-based information in our online peer-reviewed publication. What is that? Who can tell me what that peer-reviewed communication publication is? I can't hear anybody. What is it called?
The journal.
All right, the journal.
NEAFCS.
Thank you. You got it. That journal is there, and that everything in that journal is from our peers from around the nation. So that's another thing that we can do. And I know for some people, and I have been told in some affiliates, they have to do certain things like that for tenure and for promotion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So why not do it for NEAFCS? So it's there for you to do that. Okay. And let me ask this. I know we all will say we all do outstanding work, and we do, but how many of you have actually applied for an award? Yay. Past award winners, present award winners. Do we have? All right. Well, because of that outstanding work we do, we need to brag on ourselves. We need to share what great things we're bringing to our communities, the resources that we are empowering our people with. We need to make sure that we do that. And the best place to do that is with our awards and recognition program. It's here to help to celebrate what we're doing in our communities and the work, most importantly, that we do very well as extension professionals. So y'all know when that portal opens? Anybody have an idea when that awards portal will open where you can start submitting those applications? December 1st. So I want to encourage you, apply, and apply. That is a great member benefit. So we need to toot our own horns, because we do a lot of great work in our communities, and we need to share it. Okay. Now, when you join, you immediately have access to professional development opportunities, and we've all enjoyed those. I enjoy them on the regional, state, and as well as the national level. But we've talked about the webinars. Do you know what we would have to pay? Because this is the value of our NEAFCS webinars. They're at least $50. That's money that we don't have to spend, that you get back in return because you are an NEAFCS member. And so are those that we're trying to get to, join our association. That's money that you can keep in your pocket. Is that a great member benefit? I think so. So we want to make sure that we take advantage of them. And as a member benefit, let me ask this. How many of you are a part of another national association that deals with FCS? Okay.
I am.
Okay, great deal. Annual session. Do you realize, I don't know if some of them realize, when you join, you get a discount on our registration package. That's in itself. If you've ever had to take a guest, it's going to be slightly higher. So that's another wonderful member benefit, is the discount that we get on our annual session registration packet. Okay. Now, how many of you need continuing education hours on a yearly basis? Most of us. Okay. Those can also be earned. These are just things that I'm saying that you can share with those who may not be members of any AFCS currently. Okay. So why not earn those continuing education credits when you can get them from any AFCS just by our participation in our annual session and our webinars? But also in person annual session, we will see some of the latest. How many of you like to go through there when we were meeting in person to see the vendors? I love the vendors. I am yet to win something from, let's see here. Oh my gosh, the preserving lady. Someone help me.
Presto.
Yet to have win something. And I'll go every time when they have the drawing and never win. One day I will win. But that's another great member benefit, okay? Being able to take advantage of all of those things that they have that will help us programmatically in our counties. It's just numerous things that we can learn from them and be able to use in our counties. Now, let me ask this. How many of you've met people that you are still in contact with when you've had the chance to go to annual session?
Yes.
And you are still in communication with them?
Yes.
I do that all the time. And so that's another great membership. I've never met Kim personally, but Kim and I have talked multiple times on the phone, and it is as if I know Kim, even though we visited over the phone. But that's what it's all about, is meeting people, getting to know your peers, being able to talk to them. I love to hear what other individuals are doing in their state, in their native state, because it may be something that I can use myself. And honestly, I have stolen many a program from national and am still currently implementing some of those here in my county. Great resources, okay? And the friendships are just, they're wonderful. What better way to establish friendships with people around the nation that you are connected with? And I mean, it's just a great benefit as well. So as you can see that there are many reasons and many things that you can use as the individual in charge of recruitment in your affiliate to help encourage those who may not be members to join any AFCS. Okay. Now, one of the things that we want to make sure that I communicate to you guys is that any AFCS just doesn't want to do just enough. Who wants just enough? We want to do more. Any AFCS wants to do more for the members because we're here to make a difference. Now, I would like to hear what you guys do to recruit members in your affiliate. And if you don't mind just typing it in the chat as well, someone else may want to hear that as well. Please share and unmute yourself and share some of the things that you do as that person in charge of that in your affiliate.
I can start. In Pennsylvania, so every time we have a new member or a new worker, a new hiree, I send them an email, I welcome them, I explain what PEFC means, what NEFC means. I also include the link to our website so they can have more information and, offer them to ask question if they have any question. For the retirees, I usually thank them for their services and encourage them to be a life member. And so we have a money for retirees that they can put to their life membership.
That's right.
It's not covering the whole cost, but some of the cost.
No, that's great. That's good, Rosie. And if you don't mind putting that in the chat, or what you're saying about encouraging members who retire to become a life member, that would be helpful because that's a great suggestion for other affiliates. So
I will do that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Something that you do as the member resource individual to recruit members to join, or those who are not.
This is Kim from Florida. Again, still fairly new in learning, and you gave me a wealth of information, which I have used here in Florida, and very grateful for that. But one of the things that I've done is send a personal email to the new FCS agents welcoming them. And just this year, we established a member resources subcommittee. There's 5 extension districts in Florida. We have a representative from each of those districts, and they kind of serve as the face of the member resources committees when they're having district meetings and things like that. So it's kind of, that person is really supposed to get to know the new person, become a face, and really just kind of encourage them to become a member. And then, you know, I will follow up with more encouragement. So because Florida is so big, we don't get a chance to meet one-on-one all the time, but it's definitely more feasible to meet with the people that are in your district. That's why we have a member resources person housed in each district, and that seems to be working really well. We also scheduled a new FCS agent meet and greet. We did, that was paused. We weren't able to have that this year, but that's definitely something we plan to do in the future.
Great ideas, great suggestions. I like that. And we do that in Texas as well at new employee orientations. Oftentimes we are given the chance to go in and just to tell them about our state association and to tell them about our national association. And then, and I'm just sharing, then somebody else, please share what we also do in our districts. And we have 12 districts in the state of Texas. In our district, say if you are a new FCH agent, we make sure to find out when your start date is, and we will have a long stem red rose on your desk when you get there. So that is the first thing you see when you get there. Hey, telling you, hey, this is who we are. We would love to have you as a member of our state association as well as a member of our national association. But that is one thing that we do. And we also do a roller cart that on the state side, every new FCH agent gets a cart that they can use to put, you know, their information in to go from pillar to pole. When you're an agent, you know, you're always toting things here, there, and yonder. So they each get one of those. So that's what we do in Texas. Other suggestions?
In Virginia, we do pay for membership for new members for the state membership for the first year, and we're going to start paying for membership, national membership for the first year that they join. We offer that. We also plan to, after this national conference, have an open house, a virtual open house, particularly if certain bylaws pass and the membership, there are more people are eligible for membership, just to let people know, you know, who is eligible and what the benefits are of that.
So Stephanie, please put that in the chat. Just tidbits of it so that we can have that, so that I can share it, and then we can get this out to everybody so that you can have a record of what was said. Great suggestion.
Thank you, Stephanie, for mentioning that. I was on the bylaw committee, and there is a proposal that will go before the board that will open a membership category for paraprofessionals. And so I'm so glad that you brought that up, Stephanie, because there's a lot of us who are very excited about the opportunity to bring on members who are doing work in FCS, but may not have the criteria that we currently require for a full member. So that was a great idea. Thanks, Stephanie.
Right. That is what we've seen. And, you know, we have 60 to 70 paraprofessionals across the state that we want to make sure that they're aware that this, you know, if this does pass, and we've been told if it passes, it will go into effect immediately. And then that will have, that's part of the reason for our open house sometime after this annual session.
Hey, and thank you both. You've saved me from having to say that at the end, because that was one of the things I was going to say. Be sure to check your packet, because we will be voting on that. And that is a very good addition, because they're doing the same things we're doing. Some states even already have it implemented. So wonderful. Thank you. Other suggestions from those online, what you do as the member resource person for your affiliate? We've gotten some really good suggestions.
Well, I'm fairly new to my role, but just this last fall, I was connected with our campus and reached out to the new student population in the FCS discipline. And I actually, this has just happened the last couple of weeks. So I know who is in charge of being in touch with those students. And she said that she has had some student interest in the past, but I'm still waiting to hear back. But I think it's a great connection. Hopefully I will get some new recruitment from students.
And I'm glad you said students, because one of the things that I asked about that, why aren't we doing that? We are doing it, but the member benefits aren't there because we do not have a great number of those individuals a part of the organization at this time. And I was told if that membership number went up, that's when we can start implementing and working with those individuals to start building those member benefits to make them even more. So I would say it's $50 for them, $50. So I want to encourage you guys to keep trying to do that with some of your universities to get those individuals to join, to encourage them to join, because that's one way that NEAFCS can serve the needs of those students, is by, once that number grows, then we can start really working on some of those member benefits for our student population. Good idea. Any other recruitment ideas that's going on in the other affiliates? Is that it? Did y'all feel that this was helpful? Let me ask this question. Have you heard something that you didn't know today? Okay. And that's what this is about, is being able to share what resources we have with others so that others can help their own affiliate. Okay. So that is great. All right. Last time, is that it for recruitment? Okay. Well, let's go to member benefits. What member benefits, other than the fact that I know some of you have, what was that? Okay. I know some of us, we said that some of us actually give them, that's a member benefit, $50, or they pay their state dues, or they pay their national, any other member benefits other than the ones that we've already heard? Just paying, I know Jackie told me in their affiliate, they actually raise funds to keep their dues down. That's a member benefit that they have in Georgia. And that's a really neat one as well, having fundraisers to help, and their dues is $20. So that's just another idea. Okay. So is that it, guys? Are we ready to go into breakout rooms? Okay, what I'm going to do is, and we'll have, it's 1:49 right now. I'm going to give us 20 minutes in our breakout room. And there's 2 questions that I will post, and hopefully you should be able to see it if I do this correctly. But the first one is, we've already shared the top NEAFCS member benefit that you utilize. Okay, what is the main one that you utilize? Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, can you suggest a member benefit that doesn't exist currently right now to help your members or your affiliate? Is there something that NEAFCS can be doing that we're not doing that would help your members and your affiliate? So those are the 2 questions. First, we want you to share your top NEAFCS member benefit. And the second is, suggest a benefit that doesn't exist currently. Okay. So I'm trying to see if I can tell how many people are on. I don't know if I can. Let's see, I think, let me see here. Okay, we have quite a few people on. All right, so we're gonna break into probably 4 groups. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to do that. So just hang on, guys. Wish me luck. Okay, there we go. Okay, assign automatically. Oh, why won't it let me do it? So 52, I'm gonna go to 210. Set alarm for 18 minutes.
Your alarm is set for 2:11 p.m.
Hey, hey, Michelle, how's it going?
I tell you what, I did one step wrong. I don't know. Two things happened. I didn't set the time. Oh, hold on. I need to do this. I didn't set the time, or either I missed that step to go in the options and set the time for 20 minutes, but I don't think it's going to take them 20 minutes because it's only 3 people in a room. I'm just shocked there's so few people.
So I was just in the treasurer one and there was 20. I think there's a lot of overlap on, and we made it really clear. We're like, look, if you are the VP of Member Resources and you can't come, you should send somebody on your behalf to take notes because, you know, this is an opportunity. But I think they also know it may be recorded. So if they weren't able to come, and I know that there are a lot of people who share multiple positions. So, you know, when you would think, okay, there's 45 affiliates, there should be 45 people in here.
Yes.
It's probably not accurate. I
13.
bet you
13.
Yeah.
But we did have some really good ideas.
Good.
And they, you know, there was maybe 6 or 7 who shared, but the others would just say nothing.
Yeah.
I know next time, if cross fingers we're in person, I'm going to have Will and y'all help me with something that we can have where they will work it out, like strategy, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. Then that way we can utilize that. Because if they work in a team, in person is always different. I know when I went to the one with Etta, when she was the member, we worked the entire time, but we had some really good stuff. It's just there, you know, and I kept saying, okay, any other suggestions? We had some good ones, I have to say, that are in the chat. But what are y'all doing?
Yeah. I mean, it may be more of like taking it, like you said, like a strategic planning session on member resources at the state level and carrying that up to the national level.
Exactly. That's
because we all know, we all know membership is changing. People are leaving extension, positions are changing, and
affiliates are reducing the number of employees, reduction, you know, the reduction of staff there. And then one lady said she had 9 counties.
Wow.
9 counties? Yeah, I was struggling with 1. 9 and you got 9? Oh my gosh, when she told me that, I thought, so, but however, yeah, I think that's insane, but you will have some really good results from today. But I really think the strategic planning for them to come up with a plan, ideas for recruiting, how to implement them, what's the return, you know, of the members' investment, what are they getting back? That will help them to tie all of those components together.
Yeah.
So next time, that's what I'm doing. I ain't doing this. God, please don't let us be virtual next time.
I'm over. No, I want to go. I want to go to, I was so excited for Utah. My husband was going to come out. We were going to make a trip. You know, I love being at meetings. It's great. And seeing all the hard work and all. And then I was like, okay, Michigan, like, oh my gosh, in November, but I love Michigan. So I was so excited.
I was too.
And I was one of the ones whose flight got just outright canceled, like outright canceled. They didn't rebook me. They sent me an email saying your flight's been canceled. And because I booked an economy ticket, the only way to deal with it was to call. I spent 2.5 hours on hold to find out that they went from 9 flights that day to 2. And I got put on a 2 o'clock flight. So I went from a 7 something at night flight because I was trying to leave late for Halloween to be with my kids to a 2 o'clock flight. Well, then I get an email, not even a couple weeks later, saying that I've been moved to the 6 o'clock flight. So I think they canceled that 2 o'clock flight too. Wow. And we were told when I called and I was talking to a lady and she said, well, the reason why is what'd you call it? She said equipment something. And I said, so what does that mean? And she laughed. And she's like, it just means we are not flying enough. We're not flying that many planes. And she said, I'll be honest with you, starting November, they're cutting back even more because they don't think a lot of people are going to travel this year like they would for holidays. So yeah. And we had a member email us that she had 9 flights canceled. She's like, I'm done. I'm not coming. She was so mad. She was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I know it's very hard. And it seems like when they cancel your flight and there's nothing that you can do about it.
Nope.
Hey, Danielle, I'm wondering if everybody's coming back now.
I think so.
I'm hoping so because
It looked like your breakout timer worked.
okay, did my timer work or did y'all just come back?
We just came back.
All right, so it didn't work.
Well, how long has it been?
Really, we were going to 2:10. So
I saw the little icon, you know, but we just kept talking.
I think
okay.
you can bring them back.
Yeah, at least how do we bring them back? I can see how to bring them back now.
You should be able to do that in breakout rooms. If you go to more breakout rooms, you can close all rooms
now.
or
close them.
But it's not there. That icon.
Oh, I came back in. It made me host. Hold on, Michelle. Oh my goodness. See what happens when
That's what happened.
Okay, so
go ahead.
2:10 is when it was supposed to come back. So they got less than 4 minutes, but they're gonna.
You can broadcast and say, hey, you got 3 minutes left, or head on back if you're done. And then that way, if they're done, they're not just hanging out. That's up to you. See what happens when I leave one meeting and go to the next.
That's okay. Because I kept going when you popped in. I'm like, what happened to my more? What happened to my? Okay, because this freaked me out to have to do the breakout rooms. I was so nervous. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna send people to Spain instead. I don't know.
You can't send us too far.
I guess not, huh? Or at least not to a place you'd like to go.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of minutes. We said 2 minutes, so I will close this baby down at 2:09. And I'm hoping, Karen, that you guys had some really good conversation and that y'all came up with some really good suggestions. I'm hoping.
Well, I don't know if we came up with a lot of new suggestions, but
she did a lot of mentoring.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's beneficial.
That is beneficial. What would you do without mentors? So, well, then that's great to hear. That's what matters. And I was just talking to Danielle. I said, we're going to do something different. I'm crossing my fingers. Next year, we're going to have a different strategy. And it's going to be, it's going to be fun. So it's hard when you're doing things virtual. It's just difficult at times. The engagement is like pulling teeth at times, but it's just, it is what it is. I don't know if you guys have been doing virtual programs in your affiliate.
Well, that's all we do. That's all we do. My county won't let us do any person to person.
Really? We're face to face.
The commissioners are everything's on Zoom. Everything I do, you know, for an agency, either I use my Rutgers Zoom or they have Zoom. And that's how we're doing all our trainings, so everything.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. We are face to face. We're back to normal. We're back at having fairs, and I just had my fair about at the beginning or the second week in October. No, we're back face to face.
Yeah, see, we're not. And well, our commissioners follow what the governor says, so that's it. I mean, there are counties that have been back in New Jersey and South Jersey that have been doing face-to-face since the summertime, but we haven't, not in my county.
Wow, we've been face-to-face. My gosh, we had the capacity limits, 50%, 25%, 75%, then we went 100% almost a year ago.
Wow.
I'm not joking.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's really hard on some of my colleagues. I mean, for 4-H, our 4-H agent, he's trying to, get the county to let him meet, in our office space, which is of course county space. And they said, absolutely not. You meet outside, that's okay. Well, what is he going to do now in November, December with the snow or with bad weather? I mean, that's okay in the nice weather, but no public in the county buildings at all unless they have an appointment.
Wow. Wow.
That's the way it's been, and that's the way it still is.
Wow.
Tell them they opened the border to Canada, so maybe we.
Yeah, I'm curious, just before we go into the breakout sessions of 4, and then we're going to wrap it up and we're going to be ready to get out of here. How many of you are doing in-person programming? I'm just curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, see, I was telling Karen, we've been in-person programming for over 9-10 months. So, okay. All right, guys. We got any good suggestions? I'm sure we do. Did y'all appoint someone to be the spokesperson for the group? Stephanie, you must be that person. Nancy, are you that person too? Our default is to be in person. Okay, but we're doing some virtually is okay as appropriate. Okay, good deal. Okay, I'm ready for whichever group would like to go first with their information, and then I will share my email so that you can send them to me. I would appreciate it so that I can share it with our board. Okay, I'm gonna
We'll go. We can go first.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, so we have a lot of top member benefits.
Okay.
So do you want me to say this and then type it in the chat? Would that be easier for you?
Whichever works for you. If you want to type it in the chat, that would be great. I am going to send my email if you want to send it to me.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So I was on the phone with New York and I'm drawing a blank on the other state, another big state, Colorado, I believe.
Okay.
Is it Ohio? Sorry, I know it was an O state, Ohio. I knew she had to leave, but I wasn't sure if she was still here. Okay, so in each of those states, or actually Ohio does this, and New York wants to start doing it. After the annual conference, they come back to their state, and then they have almost like a mini annual conference where they have everyone who received awards and did presentations. They invite everyone who wasn't able to attend, even their non-members. And it's a nice way for folks to kind of see what was presented and what types of programs received awards. And in order to put in a proposal, of course, you have to be a member. So it's a nice way to recruit folks into the organization. So I thought that was awesome. And New York wants to start doing something similar to that. So that was neat, I thought. And then, of course, top member benefits of the organization. We all agreed that the webinars are just one of the main awesome benefits. And then there's archives and mentoring. So we really liked all of those member benefits. And then some things that we thought would be really neat, maybe to have in the future. We thought having a volunteer track. So an option for our volunteers to be able to join the organization, because we all have volunteers that help us in family and consumer sciences, whether they are master food educators, master wellness volunteers, there's master food preservers. Some of your other states might have different volunteers that help us expand capacity and outreach in the family and consumer science program area. But, giving them an opportunity to join the organization might be really nice. And then, of course, the webinars do provide CEUs for some credentials, but not all. So maybe looking at your members and what types of certifications and credentials they hold and what CEUs they would need would be helpful. So
is this something that they could possibly put on our, when we are getting prepared to join again, you know, that
Yeah.
could be on the application?
Yeah.
CEUs or information such as that? Okay.
Yeah, like what CEUs would you need?
Okay.
That would be a good place to ask that question. Yeah. So that's what we have.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Nancy. That was
Thank
great.
you.
Who would like to go next?
I can speak for our group. We had Stephanie from Virginia and somebody from Florida, Nellie from Florida. Yeah, Nellie from Florida. And full disclosure, we got really sidetracked in what I consider a true annual conference conversation. Tell me about your state. And so we got a little sidetracked there, but when we pulled it together, we decided that for us, the biggest benefit was related to professional development, either participating in and or delivering webinars, concurrent sessions, whatever. And Stephanie and I tried really hard to convince Nellie how amazing in-person annual session is. And so we spent a lot of time on that topic. And then, you know, we didn't talk a lot. We had trouble coming up with, you know, like what might be new member benefits because it's so different in each state. Like in my state, there's nothing related to my professional organization participation that's linked to my advancement as a professional, like from my career ladder standpoint. Whereas for Stephanie and Nellie, that's different. And so we struggled there a little bit. But one thing that I did share that's making a difference in Iowa is we're trying to create more of a sense of community around our affiliates. So doing more social events together. Even though we haven't been in person, we've done some virtual social events together, and that seems to be drawing more attention to our association here at the local level. And both of those things are in the chat box for you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that. Okay, we have 2 more groups to go. Who's gonna be that's the last 2 spokespeople? Come on, Carrie, is it you?
No, it's Karen and I, but we'll tag team it. I hope she's all right with that.
Sure.
Okay. So we talked a lot about a lot of things that NEAFCS does for us. So a lot of teaching and grant writing and committees that helps us and our organizations, and the overall networking seemed to be kind of the top priority that we all talked about in our group. And I don't think we come up with a suggestion unless Karen thinks that we did. So that's kind of what we talked about in general. And then we kind of got sidetracked, little mentorship that kind of happened, to be honest. So it was very beneficial. I'm glad Karen shared, and that's all I had, unless Karen had something to add.
Yeah, no, I didn't really have anything else. I just said that I thought NEAFCS, I belong to 5 national organizations, and my background's nutrition, whatever. But this organization is definitely the most helpful for my everyday job. And that's very important. The others offer, and we have a lot of nutrition dietetics people with us too. And what I tell them is NEAFCS, you're going to network and partner with people that are working at the county level, as well as people working at specialist levels and higher ed levels too. But this is the most effective job. And you're going to find that you can build those collaborations and partnerships that we need to build. And we're in a state where you have to get tenure. And so for us, you know, the endowment funds there now for money for grants and projects. I mean, and we have the ability to, get on the phone and call somebody that just presented a poster on a new project or, did a concurrent session on some of the work they've done in an area that maybe you would like to see happen in your state and in your county. And so, that gives us a great opportunity for those very important, connections that we make. And well, what a lot of people don't understand is we have 5 years to get tenure. We don't get tenure, we don't have a job.
I heard
So
that
we're out of a job.
And Karen, I heard that from someone in Utah. They said they have 5 years, and if they don't get it in 5 years, they're no longer employed.
Exactly. You're not employed anymore. So that's it's a very, it's a very important part of our job security as well.
Very stressful. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate that. Wow. I bet that knocks the wind out of our sails hearing that.
And I like the rose. I love that. I think that's a great
did you
way
like
to introduce people. So I will take that back.
And women love flowers. Most women love flowers unless you're allergic to them. But we haven't lost a member yet. We've only gained. So
yes.
We got one group left. Who's that? Okay, y'all are standing in your in. I have the in button I can push, but I can't push that in button until I hear from that last group.
I guess we were group 1, Mississippi, Rozzy, and the other young lady. Could you please tell me your name? I'll speak for our group.
Yay! You want to go home or you want to
This is Amber from Colorado. Thanks, Latonya.
Okay. Thank you. So we talked about the member benefit where we decided, and let me make sure. The member benefit that was great for most of us, where for me, it was the professional development things that we have going on as far as our affiliate, but also from the national affiliate. And Ms. Rozzy and Ms. Colorado, am I saying that right? I know I'm not gonna say your name right. Is it Amber?
Amber.
Okay, Ms. Amber, they talked about, I think you all membership dues or you guys got funding. Is that what you all talked about as well? Please help me out.
For my main thing was just being able to connect with other FCS agents around the state that I don't get to work with closely. That was my top choice, or the top benefit for me.
Okay. Ms. Rozzy, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, that was mine too, making connection and meeting new people and learn about, how even if our topic is, we are teaching the similar topic, how differently we approach those topics. It's always very interesting to learn from others.
And think about multi-state opportunities. I mean, now that we're doing a lot of virtual programming, multi-state opportunities are at the top of the list. Why not? So, but however, that's wonderful, y'all. Thank you so much. Those are great. I've received some, or at least one that I can see because I was listening and I saw one flash up on my computer. Thank you so much for participating today. And thank you so much for sending me those notes so that I can use them to share with them on regards of the things that either we need to do more of, and just to be able to give them a heads up on what you guys are doing in your communities. And I'm hoping that we had the chance to learn from one another, things that someone else may do that someone else doesn't, because that's one of the things I'm definitely going to tell our affiliate. Why don't we have a fund to help people that are unable, because some communities, they don't have an external fund that can help them. They may be still paying their student loans back, this, that, and the other, and they don't have the funds to join. And if we have funds that can help supplement to give them maybe a grant or whatever the case may be in order for them to join, we need to do it. So I got that from you guys today as a wonderful member benefit that we could potentially offer here in Texas. So I'm hoping that what you've heard will be useful to you guys in the recruitment as well as in the member benefits. But you know, I think we all can stand to do a little bit better. And that's what this whole session was about, just for us to learn from each other. So, but thank y'all so much for being here. And I appreciate seeing each of you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email is in the chat. That's what I'm here for. You got me for one more year. I want to do it and go out strong. So, hey, let's make it happen. Any suggestions you have, send them my way, and I will be sure to be your voice on the board. That's what I'm for. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Well, y'all, you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of annual session, and take care. Stay warm if you're in those colder temperatures. Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.